So you did art history at uni, like ironically, or you know what, I've got one for this. What did the art history student say to the law student?
What?
Do you want fries with that?
You've got to be f***ing kidding me.
In 2020, the Australian federal government announced that arts degrees would almost double in cost. This was supposedly because
we want to incentivise students to undertake courses that will give them the skills to take the jobs of the future.
Despite the fact that there's some pretty good research that shows that humanities graduates have the same, if not better, employment outcomes than some STEM majors do, the idea that an arts degree is useless persists. Here's why. Once upon a time, the humanities were a study of the achievements of civilization, in particular, Western civilization. But since the 70s and 80s, with the rise of feminism, critical race theory, and LGBT scholarship, some people thought that arts faculties were becoming too left-wing. First came the Coalition's Waste Watch Committee in 1987, which wanted the Australian Research Council to stop spending public money on such useless topics as motherhood in ancient Rome, women's emancipation in Japan, a social history of women in England. Surely there's one that's not just about women. Here we go. A Marxist history of Britain since 1688. Then came the Howard government's Minister for Education, Brendan Nelson, who in 2004 used his ministerial powers to personally veto research grants, supported very publicly by none other than opinion columnist Andrew Bolt wrote in the Herald Sun that too many of the grants were going to self-indulgent theories and neo-Marxist fancies, and surprise, surprise, the money just disappeared. And just in case you think this sounds like ancient history, the same thing happened again in 2018. Former Education Minister from the Morrison government, Simon Birmingham, refused to approve 11 Australian Research Council grants, saying, "I'm pretty sure most Australian taxpayers prefer their funding to be used for research other than spending $223,000 on projects like post-Orientalist arts of the Strait of Gibraltar." And that's the kicker, isn't it? Is it any wonder that Australians don't see arts research as valuable when we've been told that it isn't for literally decades? The truth is, the humanities are more than just useful. They're far more than that. They're valuable. My art history degree taught me how to see the world through someone else's eyes, how to appreciate other cultures. It fostered my critical thinking skills and my empathy. And it gave me the research stamina to spend 4 days deep diving into Australian politicians' relentless attacks on research grants just so I could make you this video. I personally don't want to live in a world where we only value things for their economic or commercial utility. Our society is more than that, and it always has been. That's something that I learned from my art history degree.